welcome to another round of Vintage. One that I roll, always dope in Vintage, and we have pretty sick hand because we have lands to hardcast therapies if we draw them, return blood gas, and we have a mind break trap, which decreases the amount of times we just get destroyed for not having Force Will in our deck. So looking to draw some bigger dredgers off of this Bazaar, or Icarid is always nice, or Fate Stitcher, anything we want to put in the graveyard, obviously, since we already have lands. Underground Sea, okay. Ponder. That happens. Very possible that we can kill him on turn 2. Since we have a land for... We don't have a second Bazaar, but we have a land for a Fate Stitcher. Chose to shuffle. Okay, good start for us. Mana Crypt. Okay. Love how he went to the second main phase there. Skull Clamp. Okay. Another Skull Clamp. Okay, I could have Mind Break trapped the Skull Clamp, but it just didn't feel like it. Means he's playing some sort of... I wonder if it's a combo deck, or if it's just a creature deck. So we hit Icarid, which is reasonable. I'd actually prefer to have hit a big Dredger. But let's go to my turn. And with the trigger on the stack, we'll activate Bazaar. Hit a Grave Troll. Nice. Everything was great. Discard 3. We have our Culligan, too. So I can go ahead and exile a Thug. Dredge. We'll dredge a Troll. Okay. Didn't actually hit a second Bloodghast off that, and I guess an Imp. But return 2 Bloodghasts, and since we have one bridge, if we hit another bridge and a Dread return, we should have lethal most likely, though we don't actually have a therapy yet, so it could get countered potentially. See how it goes. Troll. Hit 0 Narcomoebas, but we did hit a Dread return, and we did hit another bridge. Oh, we did hit a Narcomoeba, okay. So, actually don't have a Cabal Therapy, which is pretty unfortunate because we milled 37 cards and didn't find one. So if he just has a Force of Will, he's going to live. But 12, 15, that's 21 damage. So yeah, we win game 1. Pretty easy peasy. And we win the die roll against the Fairy deck. So I don't exactly know what he's up to. He is probably a creature deck because we saw the Skull Clamps. I'm wondering if there's some weird like intruder alarm kind of thing. Or if it's just he's got... or if it's just he's planning on Skull Clamping like random creatures. I don't even really know. Like maybe he's playing some sort of fish deck, but makes me very confused, which I haven't played that much Vintage recently, which has punished me. So we'll board everything in. I don't think he's going to be a Wasteland deck, so we're going to take out 2 Petrified Fields, cut a Bloodghast, Mind Break Trap. If he's got Skull Clamp, I doubt that he's playing some sort of Storm deck or Paradoxical Outcome deck, so we'll cut the Mind Break Traps, cut 1 Dread return like usual, cut down to 2 Thugs. So now I need to like figure out and 1 Icarid. Which threat would I rather have? Elish Norn, if he's really playing a creature deck, like, Elish Norn could be better than Kolaghan because... But I think that I'm just going to cut the Norn because I don't really know that much about his deck, and I'd rather have a guarantee. If I am dread returning something, I'm so likely to be killing him anyway that... Yeah, let's cut an angler. On the draw, I just don't like 3 anglers. It's just so slow. Like, most vintage decks are just beating the angler plan pretty easily. Okay, we have a Serum Powder Maul. Sure. He's kept his 7. And, wow, all the Serum Powders. Okay, missing a land. Missing a lot with this hand. Missing a Dredger, missing a land, and missing an anti-piece. Ooh, this is the classic, like, thing that I like about playing Dredge, is people keep really bad hands against you. And I should be in great shape here, assuming I can find a land. Because I can therapy him for Force of Will. And then I can actually just get the cage pretty easily. But looks like we have 2 hollow ones, so that's nice. Question is, do I want to discard the therapy or not? It's kind of delicate because if I draw a land, I really want to hardcast the therapy, but before I get the chewer. So let's just discard 1 dredger, of course. And I'm going to discard a bridge in case he somehow kills my hollow one. Or if I ingot chewer next turn, that'll give me a 2/2. And do I want to exile? Do I want to discard both bridges? Like, I know he's got Skull Clamp, so I think I should kind of play a little bit around him exiling my 2 bridges. I could discard the other bridge and then just YOLO the Ingot Chewer. Oh, he's got a Force of Will. Oh, so he is an outcome deck. So I don't really understand the Skull Clamp. There must be something there. Like, maybe he's got, like, Memnites or something. I don't even know, because Memnite kind of is nice with outcome in a bizarre way. But he really, wow, pitching in his hand must be pretty weak if he has got a second outcome. Though outcomes are good in multiples, so I'm pretty surprised that he just pitched the outcome to counter my 4/4. Like, doesn't really matter. Oh, I see. So he's got Young Pyromancer plus Skull Clamp. That makes sense. I'm actually not going to dredge because I just want to draw a land that produces mana. We miss. I will draw 2, try to get a land that produces mana. We hit a Mox Jet. It's kind of interesting. So, like, if I discard 2 bridges, can I get punished? If, like, does he have, I guess if he Skull Clamps, I get really punished. I only get 1 shot on this therapy because the cage is in play, which is kind of unfortunate. I'm just going to discard, like, Troll, Serum Powder, and 1 bridge. That way I can still... well, what do I even want to blind therapy this guy? Like, I'm kind of afraid of another outcome. It seemed really, really bizarre to me that he would ever pitch an outcome. And it's one of the cards that he's going to have 4 of them in his deck and that are high impact, so they're kind of like the cards I want to go after. It's possible that he's got, like, another Force of Will, though I think I can beat another Force of Will a lot easier than I can beat an outcome. He could also have a card like Preordain or something. If he's playing Young Pyromancer, he might be playing that too. So let's pitch 1 more bridge. I could actually name Skull Clamp, honestly. Wouldn't be the worst thing I've ever done. It's kind of funny, if this was just like a City of Brass, it would be a million times better. But do I name Skull Clamp or do I name Outcome? Like, he's not that close to even... He's not that close to even outcoming. I'm going to name Skull Clamp. I don't know. Wait, on turn 1, though. Yeah, I'm going to name Skull Clamp. Just don't want him drawing into more hate and removing my bridges at the same time. He's got a Cage and a Recall. Okay, well, I mean, I wasn't going to name Cage no matter what, so... Though that could have been a reasonable name. Now I'm really in bad shape. Maybe I should have attacked. He's just going to have so many 1/1s pretty soon that, like, I can't ever really attack him because of these bridges. And this is kind of why I also don't like Angler. I mean, obviously he's got Pyromancers, but... The creature plan... The hollow one is only good because it's really cheap and it can, like, Mize you a win. It doesn't cost you very much. He's got a Mox Opal. It's a shame that he's got the Cage, otherwise I could have flashed back to Therapy. So this is pretty gross. Yeah, I guess because he had the Recall, it kind of makes sense that he used the Force of Will with the Outcome, so he just doesn't get cheesed out and he can refill his hand with the Recall. He got really lucky to draw a fetch land, because he kept a hand... He kept a hand with just without a land, because otherwise he would have played both Cages on turn 1 or would have played Recall. There's no way he had both of those hands, so we kind of got sacked out on in that regard. And that I don't know exactly how many blue sources he was playing, but... Black Lotus, sure. Blue Outcome... Not even that good of an outcome. 2 mana, draw 3, basically. But I guess you guys got the Pyro, so... So I wonder how many Skull Clamps are in his deck. I wonder if we just saw both of them in game 1. Seems kind of absurd. Like, I just don't really understand how his deck works, because... If you have the young Pyromancers and Skull Clamps in there... I guess the Skull Clamps aren't that bad with outcome. But, like, there's obviously better stuff you could have. I'm hoping for actual factual Memnite. That'd be kind of sweet. Another Cage. Oh, that's the same Cage. I'm pretty dead here. I'm pretty close to scooping. He's got a Rest in Peace. Oh, no, another Pyromancer. Well... I guess he hasn't really shown me. I don't know why I'm thinking about scooping. His deck doesn't kill me that quickly. Doesn't seem like. Just have to. Now we have a second thing. So if we just find a colored source, yeah, this is pretty brutal. But I've had this happen before, honestly, and I used to actually have more lands in my sideboard. Like, I used to play some Cydia Brasses for these games where you side in all these color sources. And when I cut the fields, that does reduce my mana a little bit, because in a situation like this, even though he's got Cage in play, I can still dredge. So if I had a Petrified Field this game, I could just dredge into a land and probably would have been able to win. But instead, we just never found a land. Instead, we had Mox Jet, which it's possible that this is supposed to just be a Lotus. Would have probably won us this game. It's a close call which one is better. I bet Lotus is better, honestly. Because you can actually play Gurmag Angler off of a Lotus, plus, like, any other land, which is kind of funny. Another cage, another cage. Okay, that's game. So I think we want Mind Break Traps. I really don't think I want Gurmag Angler. Just way too slow. He did force a hollow one, so like the potential pressure could be good. Trying to think if it's worth cutting the Serum Powders in this matchup. I don't think on the play, if his only hate is Grafdigger's Cage and I have Mind Break Traps, we're like favored enough that I don't want to embrace the variance and cut any Serum Powders. So could cut another Icarate. It's kind of slow against him, and he's got like Young Pyro, which makes it a little bit worse. So I will cut an Icarate. And then I will also, I think, cut the deck more Salvage. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Cut the Salvage. It's possible I could cut another Bloodghast because I cut the Salvage, but this hand is pretty interesting. I mean, I have got 2 Ingachures, so it's a definite keep, and I have a land. Yeah, this hand's actually great. I mean, it doesn't have a Dredger, but I feel pretty good about my spot. Assuming I hit a Dredger, I do have a bridge, so like it means my Ingachures, even if I don't have a Dredger, my Ingachures will make 2/2s. So that'll give me some pressure or some ability to like therapy. Oh, I should have main phased my Bazaar. That was very stupid. I'm still not used to playing with the hollow ones. So that was a potential mistake. I mean, it was a mistake, but luckily hollow one is 0 mana no matter what, so at worst we're only missing out on like 4 damage, which generally doesn't really matter that much in a matchup like this. He's either going to combo me or lock me out, or I'm just going to like win pretty easily. Grafdigger's Cage. Okay, this is what I want. I mean, he mauled to 6, kept hand with Cage. Let's see if we hit a Dredger here. I don't hit a Dredger. If I hit a Dredger, I would have probably just dredged on my upkeep, just to get a big graveyard in case I do actually kill the Cage. And I think I will actually upkeep activate this in case I draw a Dredger with intent to dredge. There's a Mind Break Trap. But yeah, so this is good. I will dredge because I have 2 Ingatures. If I only had 1, I probably would just draw a card because drawing an Ingature is just, or Nature's Claim is just very powerful. But we will do that. Play this. And if we had another bridge, it's really good, which we did. If this does resolve, I get 2/2/2s and kill the Cage. If it doesn't resolve, then well, it did resolve. I don't have a therapy or anything, so we're just passing. So I'm in great shape here. Because I have the Mind Break Trap, like, I'm kind of safe from any shenanigans. Because if he had Force of Will, he would have forced that. So we kind of know that he's... Oh, I have to move the stack over now since I moved this so you guys can see it. A Skull Clamp. Okay. Really don't understand his deck. I mean, I'm not like trying to be mean, but it just kind of seems like a very suboptimal way of playing outcome. Though if it's fun for him, that works. Probably going to counter almost any spell here. Yeah, that's going to exile my bridges, so we're going to Mind Break Trap that. I actually think that I would beat that very easily anyway. But we do have the trap. Can probably kill him next turn. Though, I guess I don't have any Fate Citrus in my deck at the moment, so it'll be kind of close. Sorry, I'm just wigging out over this like graveyard situation. Normally I just have it real small or whatever, but untap, upkeep. I think I'm just gonna draw the Stinkweed Imp. Though if I upkeep, no, we're just gonna upkeep. That way we won't miss on our draw step. We can, if we miss, which we did, I can just discard a troll. So that's nice. Oh, this is, we hit a narco. Do this, hit another narco, yes. So I have a therapy, which is nice. I'm gonna return my 2 blood gas, or my 1 blood gas, excuse me. What do I therapy in this situation? Probably outcome. So let's therapy him. Discard a, leave a blood gas, because we're just gonna return it next turn. We know he doesn't have Force of Will. Paradoxical outcome. That's his only card. We strip that. And I guess I should Ingot Chew or something, because even if he draws a cage, I have enough pressure. The question is, do I want to hit his mana? I think I want to deny him 2 mana. If he draws a young Pyromancer and kills it, like, it's not the end of the world. I've got a bunch of zombies in play. So, yeah. Cutting off 2 mana just seems better, since he only has 3 mana now. He can't even outcome if he draws it. Not that it would be that good after killing the Skull Clamp. He's tapping a red, so, I mean, if he did draw a young Pyromancer, it is, we're getting a little bit punished, but I think that it's just better to keep him off mana, even still. So I think I'm very likely just killing him next turn. Assuming I can find a Dragonlord Kolaghan and a Dread Return in the top, like, 24, or no, not 24, 18 cards. So we have 3 Bloodghasts now. So we just spin the wheel here. We have the Dread Return. We did not hit the Kolaghan. So we attack. And then I probably just Dread Return and Ingot Chewer. He's at 1? Yeah. And we just blow up his mana. So if he draws outcome, he's forced to tap the Academy, and it's not, there's no way he can do anything off of it. All right, nicely done.